Are we on the clock yet? How fast did that go?
All right.
We're on the clock.
All right, so we got
wow. So
whoa, they took
Sanders went to
Sanders, but they
Cleveland.
did take Hunter off the board. So
Come on, New England.
I'm kind of glad this worked out this way, that Hunter's not available. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, here we go. Mason Graham, Ashton Genty, Tet McMillan,
This is going to end in
Ty Warren, Jalen Walker. Like, these are the names. We want to be as realistic as possible.
Of course,
right?
of course.
So?
This is going to be a bloodbath, I have a feeling. Brent, you go first. Who do you want? Say Jalen Walker and watch me lose my mind.
It's not going to be Jalen Walker.
Okay.
I think it's a little high for Ty Warren. I do like Tet McMillan, but I'm going to see like the value is in Genty.
Hamby's going to okay, maybe Hamby's going to lose his mind. You taking Genty?
I'll take Genty.
Gosh, bless it.
So here's the thing. I've been a big proponent of Mason Graham because it's the sure thing. But the more I think about Liam Cohen helping Trevor Lawrence out, which should be the main focus,
It should be.
is getting Trevor Lawrence some help, I'm leaning towards Genty.
I'm so stuck on the one person, I forget who it was, and sorry for not giving you credit last week, who said, who's going to help you get a yard or stop a yard the most? Mm-hmm. And the yard's been a problem. Mm-hmm. And I go to Genty, he's going to help you get the yard.
Yeah, that'd be the most exciting pick. I think Hamby.
No Membu?
No, we're all good. No, we're all good. Hamby, you gotta. I mean, feel free to chime in quick.
I'm overruled no matter what.
Welcome to Jacksonville. Screw Membu.
But Hamby,
we're not reaching down here to 14.
Hamby, but this is the part where you say like Mason Graham, and all of a sudden we can play this back and be like, "I told you guys." So, do you want to take Mason Graham?
I do want to take Mason Graham.
All right,
I've been wanting to take him for 4 months.
All right, well that's too bad. Ashton Genty it is.
Freaking running back at 5 overall.
It's all good.
We don't listen to Mel Kiper Jr.
Yeah.
Mason Graham goes 7 to the Jets. Kelvin Banks 10 to the Bears.
Wow, where does Tet McMillan end up going?
Warren goes to the
second round.
Colts. Tet goes 16 to the Cardinals.
Starks goes early.
Matthew Golden 20 to the Broncos. There's Zabel.
Zabel in the first round here.
Pierce in the
Luther,
first
don't
round.
do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Luka goes.
Don't do it.
Jahad Campbell, 33rd.
New York, what are you doing?
I can't believe all you people want Will Campbell, by the way. But we had some Will Campbells in there. Are you serious?
We want to
Best
take
quarterback.
this?
Want an offensive line? No, we're not taking that.
Well,
We're staying.
This guy's still there.
yeah, but okay, Walter. No, let's see what we got here.
Brent, the guy that is an auto first rounder, is still there.
I know he is.
Kenneth Grant's there too. Walter Nolan or Kenneth Grant.
I don't love the fact that we don't have a receiver we love here. I'll say that.
I know. Luther Bird was
Trey
right
Harris.
there, Brent. Stupid
Like
New York.
Trey Harris
man.
is like the best wide receiver
We
left.
could have
right there.
we could have
Jaden.
traded back to 47.
We're not reaching for a wide receiver. Sorry.
Nah. Where do you want to go here? You go defensive interior. I don't think there's a corner here that I love. I mean, that Hairston kid, maybe.
Hairston, yeah, but I'm going beef. I'm going.
I
in
think
the
you're
middle.
going to go beef too. You want to
So-
be physical. You stay disciplined to who you want to be,
Yep.
right?
So it's either Walter Nolan or Kenneth Grant. It's literally.
Who's more intangibly rich?
Should I look it up real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a great point, Brett. And by
Kenneth
intangibly
Grant,
rich,
6'3",
you mean-
330 with a RAS score of 7.18.
Didn't ask that. Just need production.
So, by the way, the risk here is Walter Nolan, probably the better player. Like, could be a top 15 player in the draft, but he comes with risk. So, how have you vetted him out? How have you scouted him out? That's like the story here.
Hang on, I'm okay. Walter, second in defensive tackle production, right behind Mason Graham. Walter Nolan.
I'm going to go put this
Now-
together where you're not going to take the most 53 angelic players in the locker room. This dude gives you a little edge. You've got enough leadership in the locker room under Armstead and Josh Hines-Allen and Trayvon Walker to bring Nolan along. I've taken Walter Nolan and going to get myself 2 first-round picks, even though I got this guy at number 36.
All right, let me just make sure. Let me do the Kenneth Grant due diligence real quick, Brent. I want to make sure we check all our boxes here. Okay, Kenneth Grant was 8th. Yep. Go and give us Walter Nolan, please.
You got him.
All right. I think we talked through that pretty well. Didn't even have to sleep on it.
Princely. Jalen Milroe goes 45 to the Colts. They pair him with AR.
They got 2 running backs.
Smart. running the wishbone.
They paired him with Jonathan Taylor.
This is where we would trade up and take a receiver.
It'll be interesting to see if we have to. Let's see. Oh, Beck.
Yeah, we're screwed at receiver.
Jackson Dart is okay. He's gone now. Oof.
I love how we're trying to process all this.
I know it's way too much to comprehend.
It's a lot. All right, yeah, you might be able to get Higgins.
Higgins is gone.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, this is what we're looking at.
Oh, my son would go crazy for Tez Johnson, but man, undersized.
He got 5'10",
Small, right?
Oh, he's so undersized and didn't really run a good 40-yard dash either.
150 pounds.
Why are all these Iowa State receivers available?
Good question.
I just don't think of them as a receiver, you know?
Hey, I mean, can you go to tight end quick?
That's where Hutchinson came from, too.
You gotta, hey, I mean, there's nobody at edge.
Well,
right
the Kennard kid isn't bad.
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
Kennard's
but
all right.
way down.
Not at 70.
Yeah, probably not at 70. Give me an offensive lineman, like center or guard. Yeah, center or guard.
I'm not allowing you to take Jared Wilson at 70.
Why not?
Nope. Too early.
Really?
Too early.
I mean, that's our Georgia representative, Brent. If he's saying that, I'm going to believe him.
We need a receiver, a corner, or edge.
What is safety talking about real quick?
Kevin Winston's there.
This gets hard.
Yep.
I'd rather take a corner.
But looks like you're reaching.
You're reaching everywhere at 70.
Are you reaching at safety? Go back to safety again? I mean, what? Brett,
Do we have a favorite safety? Hey, just can you look at running back real quick? Scatterbo.
We took Genty.
Oh yeah, we took Genty.
I mean,
Yeah, my bad.
yeah, we're running the power
Man,
eye.
there's a lot of defensive tackles still available. Good ones, too. If we could have.
Brent, what do you want, man?
So we could have waited on defensive tackles. What you're saying?
Oh, shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Man,
What do you think about this guy here?
what? I don't know.
He's the biggest of the 4 guys right here. 5. Until you get to Savion, you're not getting another 6-foot receiver.
How big's Jalen Knoll?
Jalen Knowles 5'10".
And Royals is a bigger guy?
Is 6 foot, 205.
He's intangibly rich?
Who are we talking about? Jalen Noel?
Royals.
Jalen Royals.
Jalen Royals. Let me check it up real quick, Brent. Let me go over the analytics here.
Boy, this gets hard in these middle rounds, man. First of all,
I mean, could it shake out like this where we're like, man,
Sorry, Austin.
you could.
Wouldn't have minded any of these 3 guys, Ratledge, Porter, or Emory Jones.
What about the rest of the offensive line?
Jalen Royals was 9th overall in production, 11th overall in athleticism.
You got Cam Williams available at tackle.
I just don't know where we're playing an offensive lineman, guys. I'm still stuck on that. Like, where are you slotting him in? He's just a backup at this time.
Jalen Royals.
So I think it's too early.
Lacks desired explosiveness, but makes up for it with body control and feel for the game. Has good size and is keenly aware of defenders around him, which allows him to adjust routes and improves his chances for contested catches.
I like that. Sounds like an IQ guy.
Yeah.
Right? Pretty good IQ guy.
Yeah. Doesn't have. I mean, once again, they say he doesn't have like the. You know what it kind of reminds me of? Not the same person by any means, but like the write-up reminds me of Puka. Where like they're saying he doesn't really get out of his breaks really fast, but like has good hands, bigger than he plays. I don't know.
Brent, you said it's your biggest need, so let's go.
I'm going with the big wide receiver. I like him, and YB 400 just confirmed it for me. I'm going with you, YB 400.
Let's go.
Drive safe.
You good, Austin?
Yeah, I want to check on Noel real quick to see like what his analytics were, but that's fine. You guys can go with it.
All right, Jalen Royals.
Really want to move this along, don't you?
Well, I don't know, man.
Not
I mean,
Hamby.
sorry.
Hamby, like, put us on the clock.
Well, that's how it works in the real draft.
It is kind of how it works. You're right.
Oh, yeah, by the way, Jalen Noel from Iowa State was 17th in production, but 3rd in athleticism.
Why do I feel like taking a guy from Utah State is better than Iowa State at wide receiver?
It's kind of like it's like a horse apiece, really. All right, let's keep it going here.
I feel like we're between 3 things here. Jared Wilson.
I like that pick.
Taking edge, because Kyle Kennard is still there, slash Josiah Stewart. But maybe we wait around and go Jack Sawyer, so if he's still there.
Like that.
Or what else are we talking about?
So the offense.
We have not taken a cornerback.
Can we see safety again, please?
Lathan Ransom is still there.
I don't mind that. I still don't know if it's
Ransom.
like day one help. Well, neither is the center.
I like Dorian Strong better than Lathan Ransom.
So we got between. I think what we're looking at is here: edge, corner, safety, or I would say even center. I think you're getting a lot of value with the center here.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, and again, I think we need a future center in Jacksonville. I think the third round, fourth round is the time to do it. Who's going to help you in the next couple of years the most? Is really that, or is somebody going to help you right now? Is there, how about tight end, just out of curiosity? There a tight end that we can sneak in there? Hamby.
Is that small school guy from whatever Bowling Green still there? No.
Syracuse guy is, but we can wait on him.
The Miami guy's intriguing, but he's coming off the injuries. I think if we're talking about value, Brent, I would almost go with the Georgia cat, Jared Wilson.
Like that pick there, Hamby?
I'm good with it here.
All right, let's do it.
The only problem is we still haven't addressed edge and secondary.
Yeah, I think we're going to get a clump of guys, though, that are just in that fourth round grade.
This is why I feel like we need an additional pick in the top 100, somewhere between 50 and 100. I feel like that would be huge.
Yeah, to move up and go get, like, it's like when we're picking number 70 to go get somebody at 56 or something like that. Yeah, I hear you. I'm okay with that. Go get good players.
Maybe someone.
I don't think people are going to like the pick we just had, but that's
yeah.
okay.
Who knows? Maybe we'll get offered Jair Alexander or something.
Arroyo got picked at 95.
Okay.
There goes Scatterboo
at 100.
Safeties are going off the board. Tyler Show, some people think the best quarterback in the draft, and they go another quarterback for Tennessee there. Interesting.
This is an interesting trade.
Rams. We're not doing
Los
trades.
Angeles Rams. What was that? Okay.
All right, here's what we got at. Okay, we can't not take Kennard.
No, you're taking Kyle Kennard all day, I think, right, Brent?
Like
I mean,
that.
yeah, let's let the draft speak to us. We have some time.
No Williams.
Okay, let's relax, everybody. Let's not get.
Latham is still there.
Yeah, but Kennard's more of a need for us.
Let me just make sure that Kyle Kennard checks out all the boxes quick. Nothing came up with him, 6'4",
254 guy. Pretty good.
Yep.
How's his production?
Glad
Is he
you asked,
intangibly rich? So one question I continue to ask ourselves here. Is he intangibly rich?
It's loading right now. Brent. Oh.
He is. Brent.
So, well, he's, in terms of defensive end and edge rank, he's 9th, which is a pretty good value from where you're taking him. So, yeah, I would say that, he's upper class with intangibly rich.
Like it. Kyle Kennard it is.
Kyle
South
Kennard,
Carolina.
Davion. There goes the tight end.
Now we ran a 4-7, but that's okay.
Kobe Bryant.
Fairchild.
We're going to get stuck on corners and safeties a little bit, most likely.
Yeah.
But I think you can find some in the middle rounds, too. Like, I think
Pat Bryant.
those positions. And I don't know who's playing right away anyway. I mean, Jarian Jones might have that spot. You've got other guys like Buster Brown on the roster.
So do you think maybe more safety, Brent?
Well, in safety, I think you've got to rebuild safety in some way, shape, or form. And it's just like a stopgap right now, right? Between, you name it. Obviously, Murray, who they brought in. And, well, I guess you got one more year with, what's his name from Green Bay that we brought in last year? Safety.
Savage.
Savage, yeah.
This feels like, okay, let me...
But you got to get younger at safety soon.
Yeah.
You have to do that. All right, so 126. Best available.
And we go back to safeties real quick, please. Because I'm trying to find, if you remember how it checked out last year for the Rams where they took Kitchens here now or whatever, they took him because of his production, not because of his athleticism, because he had a horrible combine. And this could be a situation where you can find a guy who was really great on the field, but not necessarily the most athletic guy.
Okay.
So that's what I'm trying to look for. So in terms of Jalen Reed, he was 18th in production. I feel like he can do a little better.
What about an R.J. Mickens?
Looking him up right now.
Fifth-year senior, by the way. Older guy.
I mean, do you think safety is the play here, or do you think something else, Brent? I mean, we can
I
go
think corner.
Corner, okay. Anybody
corner.
sticking out to you at corner? 10th
Um,
overall for Mickens production.
that's not bad.
And 7th for athleticism.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
You like anybody here, Hamby?
I think the play is corner.
Okay.
I think it's a bigger need than safety. So this is where I kind of depend on size. We got a 6', 192 and a 5'10", 194. So same size. We get a little bit more length with
Hang on.
Uh,
Corey Black.
Hamby, why isn't that guy's RAS score? Is he hurt?
That's a good question. Quincy's is in A, and then Corey Black's is 8'4",
Hey, can you just go to edge guys again real quick? Is Sawyer still there? Because I really like him.
Yes, he is. As is Josiah Stewart. We just took Kennard, though.
Well, I could use a couple. It's not like one's
no,
enough.
Brent, I know, but
Or we could wait till 178 and get this Jared Ivey guy. And Jod Joyner's available.
Like I kind of think I think you need.
Baron
I think you
Sorrell.
could use it if we go 2 edge guys in the middle. It's not the worst.
I hear you.
Smile Mondon's available.
Go back to cornerback one more time, please. Corey Black, I'll look him up.
Like we could take one of these corners most likely in our next 4th round pick, right? Oh no, this is our second 4th round pick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, our next pick is 142, and this is a 145
142.
guy.
Yeah, I think we might be able to sneak that in the safety or the corner. Jack Sawyer, man. I like Sawyer. I think you're getting a football player there.
Mm-hmm.
Man, tight end, nobody available.
Man, there's not much information on Corey Black.
Do we take a tackle?
I think that's why I feel like Sawyer helps you out more than like a tackle helps you out right now. Doesn't he?
Go back to the edge again, please, or defensive, whatever you want to call it. Edge, yeah. Yeah, but do you want to take him or Josiah Stewart?
I'd rather have Stewart.
Yeah, because we've been super high on Josiah Stewart as well. Do you want the more polished guy or do you want the bigger boomer bust guy? Because that's Jack Sawyer. Do you want to risk it for the biscuit or do you want to get, like, you're pretty sure you know what you're getting with?
Josiah Stewart is 6'1". So Sawyer's 6'4".
Yeah.
6'4", 260, right? Kind of like that. I just feel like when he tells me intangibly rich, you and I are thinking the same thing. That's what he says, like in his pre-draft presser, Gladstone.
Yeah.
I go to a guy like Sawyer.
Let me look him up quick. Let me see if the metrics shake out here, Brent.
Like I think with Sawyer
Here's
you're getting
11.
like the stuff Puz brought to the table.
Sure. Okay, just kind of toughness. I mean, you did like how he carried himself after that Michigan loss.
Like
where he
instinct,
defended.
football player, love of the game.
All right, let me just check one more metric, and then I'm going to give you the green light on Jack Sawyer. Hamby, how you feel about it?
I'm like in the room now going to I'm going to the wall for Sawyer here.
Yeah, I'm going Josiah Stewart.
Oh, really? Didn't test
Well,
productivity not good?
so Sawyer's productivity, once again, if we want to talk about intangibly rich, is 11th. Josiah Stewart is top 5. He's 5th. Now, size and everything, how does he fit in the scheme? I get all that.
So could you potentially, do you think, and I don't know, I haven't seen Stewart enough, and I'm not sure you have, so I'll ask you this question, but like, do you look at him like a potential Jalen Walker type, because it's similar size, where you can then move him all around? Now, I understand there's a big talent gap there, right?
Yeah,
Between a guy maybe going in the top 10, but is that what Stewart you could do, and then you could fill in, like, does that help you take Devin Lloyd off the field if it's not working so well, or does he give you more position versatility and chess piece than maybe a Sawyer does?
So here's how I look at it. You're picking him at what, the 4th round here this is?
Yeah.
So you don't expect him to get like starting reps.
Absolutely.
This is going to be a depth play.
Yep.
I think you make a case for either guy. Now, would Sawyer play more in base? Yeah, because Josiah Stewart, as this article says, he's kind of an undersized 3-4 outside linebacker, right? So like it would be hard to expect him to play every single down if we think the Jaguars are going to do like that 4-3 defense, a Vic Fangio defense. At the same time, though, I do think you're getting more of a pass rush upgrade if you take Stewart over Sawyer. But once again, like Sawyer showed stuff towards the end of the season. I don't know. Do you go with the boomer bust or do you go with the sure thing? I think Stewart's a sure thing. I think Sawyer could be better than him, but he could be worse. So it's whatever you're thinking.
All right.
Hamby, do you want to vote?
You like Stewart.
Okay.
You guys go. We'll go Stewart. I lost my battle.
No, but you won your battle taking back-to-back edge.
Okay, fair
So
enough.
you get one position, but not player.
All right, fine.
All right, we got Stewart.
I almost swore.
All right, guys. Now we have to go corner or safety here, right?
Yeah, we got.
Well, I mean, you can't get. Listen, I would say,
let the draft come to us. I got it.
you got to let the draft speak to you. And I'm not reaching at pick 142 just for a position. We've got guys that are better already on the roster. We've got guys that have played. Like your corner, you have depth at corner. Mm-hmm. You're just kind of banking on Jarian Jones being able to play on that outside and give you the versatility.
If we go the entire draft and don't take a corner.
Well, you can find one, but I don't think that's how you draft here. I don't think that's what you do. I mean, the Jags have guys that might be better than the 5th or 6th round corner and safety. Just the way it is.
Yeah, so we aren't taking Tommy Hill, which is crazy, though, because he's first in athleticism, but he was really, really bad in production. And that's not going to be a James Gladstone guy, I don't think.
I'm voting offensive tackle with Lunt or RJ Mickens at safety.
Say that again. Who are you taking?
Lunt here, offensive tackle, or Mickens here, safety.
I don't understand. Like, what are you doing with the offensive tackle?
I mean, it's a depth play, Brent. It's the 5th round now.
I know, but we have a guy that we picked in Foster last year, or was that 2 years ago?
Brent, be careful. They might take a freaking offensive tackle in the 1st round. They might.
Lunt 6'7.5".
And you don't even
304.
want to take one in the 5th round.
Well, I'm not saying I don't want to. I'm asking you what you're doing with them. Because, Lunt's not playing special teams. That you get a corner or a safety or somebody like that, they can play special teams as well. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, here's what the Jags have, just so you know, just to reiterate this on the offensive line. They got Walker, Little, Ezra Cleveland. They got Hainsey now and McCarry. They got Anton Harrison. Behind them, they kept Cole Van Lanen. Cooper Hodges is a question mark to me. They still have Javon Foster, by the way, who they drafted last year in the 4th round. Luke Fortner, but we already replaced him with our future center in this draft. Chuma Edoga and Fred Johnson also on this roster for the Jags. So you've got some experienced guys. You go now to the safety and the corner spots in the secondary. Jarian Jones, Eric Murray obviously brought in. Darnell Savage already here. Tyson Campbell, Jordan Lewis brought in. Behind those guys, Buster Brown, Antonio Johnson, Wingard, DeAndre Prince, Christian Braswell. So some young guys you invested in over the last couple of years. And then you do have Daniel Thomas and Zach McPherson as well. So my point is, are the backups, Buster Brown, Antonio Johnson, Dewey, DeAndre Prince, Christian Braswell, Daniel Thomas, better than anybody you're going to get right now at the safety and corner position?
I think safety is the least of our needs.
Probably you're just saying, hey, we'll go younger next year, right? Because they're pretty old. They're with Murray, I'm not old, but they're Murray, Dewey, and Savage. Those are older guys. I don't know if I anticipate any of those guys being here in 2026. Mm-hmm. Might not be here. You might have to remake the whole safety room in 2026, and you can do that in free agency and other things. But just something to look forward to down the road, because that's what you're talking about in this draft now. When you get to this stage, you're talking about what's coming up down the road. And so do you say the same thing about offensive line, where you have Cole Van Lanen, Fred Johnson? Are those your fixes for the future? Maybe not. So maybe it's time now to go offensive line, to your point, to say, okay, we got to go get the next depth guy for 2026 and 2027 and hopefully develop that guy. Maybe Javon Foster could still be in the mix, but maybe one of these guys too. So if you guys like Lunt.
Hamby, can you do me a favor? Can you go back to the safeties and corners again real quick? Just on defense, secondary, can you click or not? No? Okay.
Jalen Rivers, by the way, is another one, local guy that could be in the mix right around this time. I think I just saw his name.
Can we see? Yep, thank you, man. Appreciate you. All right.
Coach Ripley, remember when we thought Johnson was going to be a starter? He was a starter. Antonio Johnson was a starter. Then he had a rough time pretty much last year. But here's the thing that we keep saying, and Austen, I want Austen to remind us this.
Sure.
The guys that had rough years potentially last year, did they have rough years because his defensive staff and what they were trying to do was wrong? Mm-hmm. Not good,
exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's what we're trying to debate too, is who are you adding? Where do you need to beef up? But also, who do you still give a chance? Much think about it almost, and it's totally different, so I don't want to disparage a guy like Ryan. I don't think he's a bad guy, but it's like Urban. When Urban was here, it's like, okay, well, who did Urban hold back? Yeah. When he came into 2022, you're like, well, I think we can get much better play out of XYZ guy because he was playing under Urban and it didn't go very well, right?
Yep.
Now, Nielsen, again, different animal here, but did you get the best out of a guy like Antonio Johnson, who, let's be honest, going into last year, I was kind of high on, kind of liked him. Like, do we give that guy another shot in this system and say, wait a minute, they're going to make this guy, don't give up on him yet.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Those are the things that's hard to do. We don't know how they feel about him.
Yep.
But I think he's a good-looking football player, just didn't play very well in that defense last year. But, oh, by the way, not many people did.
Correct. I'm looking at either, so, Hamby, I'm not going to take Lunt here. I'm going to either take a safety or a corner. I'll tell you both about them. So go to the safeties real quick. So Mickens, what I just read, a versatile guy, can come in and contribute right away. Cornerback.
At corner, not safety?
No. I'm saying I'm going to go to quarterback. Okay. Tommy Hill, too much questions about the productivity and just what he produced on the field. Justin Wally's a guy you could maybe get in the next round because a lot of people have him actually going a lot deeper. But once again, is a corner that can do a lot of different things. And I think in this defense, if the plan is to rush 4 and maybe do like a bunch of like variety of zone coverages, keep the offenses guessing, I think you're looking at either Justin Wally from Minnesota or you're looking at Mickens from Clemson. So it's really dealer's choice. What are you thinking, Hamby?
I think I like your offensive line, guys, the way I talk about it. So I'm going to vote for the offensive line because I also think there's value there in Lunt.
Let's go offensive line.
I think we go corner next round, and we go tackle. And Austen, would you rather have the 6'7", 305 or the 6'6", 335?
I remember we did some stuff about Belton.
Yeah.
Let me just
Would you rather have a guy go to NC State or UConn?
I think NC State.
NC State, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
It's not the end-all, be-all, but...
I'll take Belton.
All right, let's do Belton. R.J. Harvey, the next pick. Then Lunt. Mickens goes. Stutzman.
We should just Detroit Lions this thing and got R.J. Harvey and Genty.
Well, Howard goes to the Giants.
I trade Bigsby and...
No, keep them all, man.
Just keep
more the merrier.
DK and Pickens rejoice. They took
our
Riley
preseason
Leonard.
team's going to be legit, Brent. We were like the Baltimore Ravens of preseason.
We got to wait a while here.
That's good.
No one wants
Get
to
some good dinner.
Anymore?
Go for a run.
What is it? Is this? I feel like we're in Moneyball right now.
Yeah, we're around 6.
Bond.
We're almost done.
All right. Let's go to corner.
Corner safety.
Okay, so the Minnesota dude's gone. Yeah, I don't know, man. Actually,
how about one more position? How about tight end? I don't mind that. How about Simeon Barrow? I wonder if you get to this point of the draft, you're like, yeah, I don't know this guy. Just who scouted this dude?
Are there any more Georgia Bulldogs available, Ham, you can tell us about? Or?
Yes. Plenty.
A
There's
crop
TID.
of them.
We got TID, who's raw. Warren Brinson.
Is your Nazir Stackhouse?
The Naz Stackhouse is there. We got 3 defensive tackles. Nobody on the edge. Jamon Dumas Johnson, that's Pop. He used to be on the Dogs and transferred to Kentucky. He's a great football player. We have nobody in the corner spot. And then Dan Jackson, the all-time lunch pail guy, is at 216, which is early.
Well, it's early compared to this. I don't get wrapped up in the numbers as much. Like, these rankings. I think that's when we do the mock drafts, like their rankings. That's
There's
why I like the
nobody
Sawyer
at tight
one, right?
end.
Yeah.
We got Jurasic from Georgia.
You might, or Nick Lachey.
Leachy.
Man.
Jackson Halls was a pretty good football player. And then Conyers we've seen and mocked a good bit.
Why don't we go get ourselves a good special teams guy and Johnson, the linebacker. I think there seems like there's some good value there. And by the way, I mean, how long are our linebackers in Jacksonville too? Like, we could start grooming and finding the next one. Boye's making a lot of money. Stays around for another year. Devin Wood, we're not sure if he'll even be here past this year.
When you talk about production, this
you do
guy
have
has
Ventrell
it.
Miller. And so, yeah, but what do you say?
I love it.
Let's go Johnson.
All right, don't even ask my opinion. It's all good.
Sorry.
I wanted Hunter Wohler from Wisconsin, but it's all good.
We're going to get him right here.
Hunter Wohler?
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you will if you want him.
Where's he at? What position?
Safety.
Yeah! Look at that!
Just squeaked by. Hey, what did it say
Played
about him
this
real quick?
draft well right there.
That's not bad.
6'2" as a safety.
Yeah. What does it say here? Can make every big safety can make plays at every level. Guard size. Yeah. I mean, this is special teams guy.
Yeah, let's go.
Get him.
Let's go.
Get him.
All right, we got one more pick.
Plus, he was 12th in production, by the way, Brent. In safeties. One more pick.
One more pick. We probably lean like
receiver.
We go BPA here, but we go tight end. You take
want
a gamble on a receiver.
Should we get a quarterback just to make Trevor a little nervous? Like, hey, man, you still got to perform this.
Right now, by the way, we have undrafted free agent. We're on the phone calls. We're on the line with a bunch of them.
Doing all our due diligence. All the Georgia Bulldog players for Hamby.
That's right.
Bring them all in.
Here we go, guys.
here we
How are we
go.
going to end this up with?
Just give us the best
Receiver.
player available.
Kobe
Go all.
Hudson.
Man,
TID.
let me see Caden Prather quick.
Has there ever been a 7th round defensive tackle that's done well? Like it feels like you get a big guy late. Does that work?
Who's the guy? Isn't John Randall 7th round?
Oh, is he that late? Yeah, it's going back a bit. I know there probably has.
Okay.
Been. I'm just saying, like, is that a position where you find guys late?
Yeah.
Like where a linebacker or a receiver or a running back, like you can actually get a jewel there.
Yeah, I hear you. See, Brent, now you're messing up my whole I'm looking up John Randall stuff now just to... Oh, he might have been undrafted free agent. Oh, he was undrafted. I stand corrected. All right, now back to the...
What do we know about Kobe Hudson?
He's a good football player. Possession kind of guy, but can also go up and get it a little bit. Got to polish the route tree.
score. Oof.
He wasn't very fast.
You like that RAS score? Yee. What do we know about Caden Prather? I feel like receiver's a good spot here.
Yeah.
Receiver or corner.
Yep.
Seems like, again, I'm going to like, how do you draft these guys and you land on them? That might be.
Oh, BJ Adams is there.
You like him?
And Mac McWilliams, two nights. No, I don't want to draft a secondary guy from UCF. They got eaten on all year.
Eaton on?
All right. What do we like? I don't want
say
the big
receiver.
guy. Let's go receiver.
What do you want, Kobe or Prather?
I want to land someone. Give me a production
There's also
score on
Jimmy
any of
Horn.
these guys.
Jimmy Horn, remember him?
Yeah.
Do you remember him pick?
He's TBD pounds.
He's fine. Let me just see. Let me see what the metrics say about
Elijah
Jimmy
Badger
Horn.
at 271. Wouldn't hate it.
I don't like looking at the numbers on the left. I like.
Yeah, okay, so Jimmy Horn in terms of production, yeah.
There's a find in here. Let's find the intangibly rich guy real quick.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Before we wrap this
trying.
up. Daniel Jackson.
I'm looking up
out of
all these
Minnesota.
guys. Please hold.
5'10", 193.
Polished wide receiver.
Corey 6'2", 185.
TBDs. We don't get all the information sometimes.
Wi-Fi is not going as fast as I want it to go. Okay, apparently there's a Dan Jackson from Georgia too, so that didn't help. Well, what do you want me to do here? Daniel Jackson Combine. All right, here we go. He's from Minnesota? Daniel Jackson?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, Brent, feel free to look up some of these dudes too as well. Just okay.
Just okay.
Not gonna...
Just okay.
Just okay. I mean, what do you want me to do? He's in the yellow. I need guys in the green, Brent.
This time in the draft, you're probably not getting that.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's the last pick of the draft. Theoretically, how much he's going to play,
Well, that is true. 40 time. I don't like on Antoine. Come on, what do we got? Nobody wants to chime in on who we got.
Let me look up Kobe Hudson then, and then we'll go from there.
I'm going to go one more, too.
Caden Prather ran 4.4 at 6.
Who did?
Caden Prather.
Yeah, that's not bad. LeJante Wester. Gosh, he looks like he's 40.
Kobe isn't...
Well, there's a reason why these guys are in the 7th round.
I know, for sure. Priority free agent. I don't know, man. It's the last pick. It's the 7th round pick.
All right.
I say Jimmy
Elijah
Horton Jr.
Badger was 24th in production score. A lot of these other guys are in the 30s and 40s.
Okay.
He ran 4.43.
Well, let's go with him.
Elijah Badger?
Let's go Gator. We feel like we know the most about him.
Yeah. Those have worked out good for us.
Yeah. Is that it? Do we have another pick?
Nope, that's it.
All right, good. All right, make sure you take a picture of this, and we'll see how we nailed it.
And then stay tuned to the hindsight 2020 draft taking part, on a Monday.
Come on, Dan Jackson.
It is hard, man, when you get in the later rounds, isn't it? That's interesting, like the conversation, like should we, because like Hamby wanted to go need all day.
Yeah.
It's like, but you got to map it out.
Etienne.
Trevor Etienne goes very late. Some people think he could be very good, like,
Come on, Dan
because he's
Jackson.
lightly used in college.
Yeah.
For Trevor Etienne.
All right, let's get Jimmy Horton free agency.
Yeah, there we
He
go.
didn't go.
Undrafted free
Call him
agent.
up.